Hello, fans at home. This is Breaker Thigh. I'm standing in, maybe. We have a little bit of a... We've lost our announcers. Our announcers thought because of the delays that they had a little bit more time. So until they get here, you're stuck with me, just me. Lucky you. Okay, so you're watching Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad versus North Central Roller Derby. Montreal is, of course, from Montreal, and North Central is a composite team from Orangeville, South Simcoe, which is Barrie, Northern Ontario. Oh, hey, Jax. Jax, will we be joined by Bradass, or am I?
I'm on this call.
Yep.
Hello, everybody listening.
This is your announcer-in-chief, Jax.
This is my first game of the day.
Yeah, but you've been coaching.
And running. Lots of running.
Okay.
We are underway.
And if Bradass shows up, I will just defer to him. So this is, as I was saying, North Central Roller Derby, and it's a composite team versus Montreal Roller Derby. I haven't looked.
Smash Squad.
And I'll try to do the French thing again.
Fantastic. I will not.
I try. J'essaie. Je n'ai pas beaucoup de chance à parler en français, so I want to do it as much as I can.
Fantastic roller derby today. The winner of this game will go on to face someone. I'm working on that right now. The brackets are so confusing. So the winner of this game will go on to face the loser of the... Sorry, the winner of this game will go on to face Olop at the 6 p.m. game, which
Our
is
Ladies
delayed.
of Pain
Our Ladies of Pain from Guelph, absolutely.
If you're not in on the lingo.
And the other game on the Ted Reeve track right now is Quad City versus Combo 2. The winner of that game will face the loser of this game.
All right, we're looking at Amperslam, who is lead jammer for the Smash Squad. No, am I wrong? Wait. Smash Squad versus... I have the wrong... This is not North Central.
Yeah, this is North Central.
It is North Central.
Yeah, Veruca Salter on the bench, Sudbury skater.
Oh, panic.
That's my go-to.
Panic for a moment.
It's difficult when you're not familiar with the skaters, with these being fresh skaters, and it's our first time seeing probably 95% of these skaters. It's we don't have the familiarity we do with other teams that we announce for.
Yeah. So you have to look at the vets on the bench.
Absolutely.
All right, a grand slam up on the board for the Smash Squad. You're looking at, we've missed some points. We've been chatting. And that's Rathwell jamming for the black team. Orange is, of course, the Smash Squad. Calling it off. Amperslam calling it off. 4 points picked up. Wait a second. 4 points picked up by each. So we've got a score of 15-7. But
13.
You don't need me to tell you that. You can see it on your screen.
Yes, they can.
Both walls setting up a little bit offset. I think we're down to a
one in the box,
each, right?
Yeah, one in the box for each team. And it looks like one's going to be sent. They have 4 blockers on the track for Orange, so that's going to be a... Oh, no, there's only 3. Sorry, my bad. I thought there was another... it's hard from our vantage point to see it. I thought there was another blocker tucked in.
So Flashbang is lead jammer for the Smash Squad.
And it's Power Jam.
It is a
Power Jam for Smash Squad.
Power Jam, of course, means that one jammer is in the box, and there's only one jammer on the track to score. 30 seconds they've got, and it's an excellent opportunity to widen that gap.
And Flashbang on a scoring pass now. Lead jammer status as well.
Some fancy footwork on the inside line.
It's
5 points.
Something in the water in Quebec that
right?
Quebec skaters in general as a whole are above the rest. They work very hard.
They must recruit in September or August, like right after Fresh, because these skaters, I mean, They are skilled. They've been working together a long time. It's obvious. They know how to play off each other. All three Quebec teams, or two Quebec teams. Three Quebec teams? Sherbrooke?
Three Quebec teams.
Yeah.
The Outsiders, which are made up of skaters from Rimouski, Sherbrooke, and Trois-Rivières, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Flash
then there's
Bang picking up another 5 points.
Nemesis Roller Derby out of Sherbrooke, Quebec, and Smash Squad out of Montreal Roller Derby.
Terrible Tara just finished her initial pass. Oh.
And that's going to be...
a track cut. Wait a second. Was that a track cut?
That was a track cut. She is being assessed a track cut penalty by our outside pack ref. However, the jam was allowed to be called off. This is a problem.
Yes, why?
The jam referee was not aware that the OPR Resista had assessed a track cut penalty to the jammer. So there's Flashbang heading to the penalty box right now. This will be a power start for North Central.
Interesting.
It was interesting as well because the jam referee, Flashbang, did tap her hips twice at one point to call off the jam and then looked at her bench. The bench said keep going, and the jam hadn't been called off at that point. So another interesting scenario.
Okay, so Montreal really trying to hold back that jammer. That jammer, of course, is tough as bales. Manages to get through that 4-wall. Montreal has to bide as much time, hold that jammer back as much as possible so that they can keep that wide berth. Wide berth?
Absolutely. Tough as bales around again.
It's a berth.
Calling off the jam, however, she could have kept it going a little bit longer, but
she's fresh.
She's fresh, absolutely. as we know, because the jam started on the power jam, the jammer for the Smash Squad still had to make her initial pass. So it could have been one more pass for Tough as Bales. However, great job, 10-0 jam.
Sometimes jammers, especially new jammers, don't understand, or they panic. They see the other jammer on the track. They don't understand that, not that they don't understand. They don't realize that they still have so much time, that there's still an initial pass to be made. And that
Absolutely.
Nobody scores any points on that pass. It's tough to keep track of, too.
And there's lead jammer status again going to North Central Roller Derby.
Rathwell. Oh my goodness, who is that? 15. Goldie Blocks taking out that Smash Squad jammer on the outside, bringing her back. Amperslam, is that who that is?
Vasiline.
No, that's not. 1308.
Vasiline jamming for Smash Squad
Vasiline.
through on her initial pass.
Vasiline.
Blocker penalties being assessed to both Smash Squad and North Central, so it's going to be...
It's probably Vasiline.
Vasiline. I don't have the accent. You do it so much better.
But that's probably what it is. I don't get all of the plays on words, but some of them I do. And when I do, I'm so proud of myself.
So it looks like 2 in the box for the Smash Squad. No, just 1 in the box for the Smash Squad. So it's 3-3. And it is an official
Orange,
review called by Orange. I'm not sure what was there, what was going on. They're maybe requesting a track cut on Black Jammer because she did step her toe out just at the start of the jam to the outside and then step back in. But from my perspective, she could have been behind the orange blockers. Maybe they're thinking she wasn't, so I suspect that that's what they could be calling right now. I also suspect that if it wasn't called a penalty at that time, that it's not going to be called a penalty after the official review.
So what's the point of the official review?
Well, I mean, from a coaching perspective.
Yes, I'm going to say you call a lot of these.
I do. I'm a
nuance
fan.
This for me.
Well, I'm a fan of calling the official review because later in the game, and I try to do it if it's going to result in a power jam for us or get our jammer out of the penalty box. I try to save them for things that make a difference on the scoreboard. But I mean, what do you have to lose? You have the official review. It's there for you to use. I tend to save mine until later in the game if possible. And you can use it for an extra timeout. But if you see something that you think could be a penalty and that you could get a penalty on an opposing skater for, why not try?
So but you said a while ago that you could get your jammer out of the box. What kind of scenario does that?
So I called in the last game. I called an official review. The last game that I was coaching today, as our jammer at the end of a jam was calling off the jam. Her skates got taken out, so she was low blocked by an opposing blocker, and in turn took out another blocker, and she was given a back block penalty. So I called the official review as I felt that her being low blocked was the result of her falling into the skater was a result of a low block from the opposing blocker, so the penalty should have been reversed. So those are things that you
I see.
use your official review for. And obviously this official review went nowhere because
I want to say a shout out to Horny to Rink number 5112, who did a great job of keeping that black jammer from just gliding through that pack easily while we were talking.
Yeah. Explaining official reviews.
I just, as an announcer and having to fill all that time, I hate them so much. But in this moment, I'd like to do a shout out to our sponsors, and I'm not going to read the whole spiel. I'm just going to say who they are. The Pie Commission, Pastry. They have 2 locations, Trinity Bellwoods and on the Queensway in Etobicoke. Complete Energy Solutions for HVAC and energy management needs. Magnum Fire Protection, of course, it's fire prevention needs. The Engerv Group, janitorial maintenance, carpet cleaning. Mayflower Landscaping, obviously it's landscaping. And rollergirl.ca, wonderful, knowledgeable company, I think out of BC.
So Tough as Bales got called on a forearm penalty, and then number 15 Amperslam called on a track cut penalty. So we have coincidental jammer penalties here. Both jammers will only serve a few seconds in the box. Amperslam will be released and only serve as much time as Tough as Bales did. This jam going to go the full 2 minutes now as we have no lead jammer.
No lead jammer. So now both jammers out of the penalty box.
And Amperslam not on the track, and this is, again, we have young skaters, and
they have to go behind the pack. I am a veteran skater, and I took a penalty for this a couple of weeks ago. So embarrassing, because I know better. I just got all excited and jumped in front of the pack, and
it happens.
And that was the consecutive penalties. Horrible. I'm loving this Smash Squad 3-wall. They have to let her go because pack.
Yeah, this is a 5-4 jam. Actually, sorry, that's Amperslam's initial pass. So 5 points up on the board for North Central, and another 5 points. Tough as Bales busting through.
Goldie Blocks making a hole for a jammer. Giving it a go again. Doesn't need it. Amperslam taking the outside. Oh, and goes down.
And a beautiful hit by number 15, Goldie Blocks. She's going to get a penalty for that, but
it was gorgeous.
It was one of those worth it almost penalties.
She's been doing. I haven't seen her play very much because she's been playing in the other arena, but I like what I see in terms of blocking from her. Oh, jammer taking the outside, gets forced out, but just barely has to come in behind everybody. Probably didn't have to go all the way behind.
No, she could have come in, and the jam comes to its natural conclusion, 2 minutes.
That's tiring.
And it's going to be a penalty assessed to number 33 at the end of the jam. Slay her. And again, North Central Roller Derby made up of skaters from Orangeville Roller Girls, South Simcoe Roller Derby in Barrie, Northern Ontario Roller Derby, which is comprised of skaters from Sudbury, Timmins, Nipissing, Cochrane, Kirkland Lake, Temiskaming, and Thunder Bay. So really all over Northern Ontario.
Can you pronounce that one with the T again?
Temiskaming?
Temiskaming.
Temiskaming.
Did you hear me a while ago when I said I thought, so I'm from out east, and for most of my life I thought that Kapuskasing was Kapuskasing because I'd see it on the Weather Network, and I'd hear Kapuskasing, but I'd see the letters and I didn't put them together. And yeah, it was like 10 years ago I found out it's Kapuskasing.
Kapuskasing, absolutely.
That's how you spell Kapuskasing. Anyway, so this is Temiskaming.
Cochrane is famous for being the furthest you can drive north.
Cochrane?
You have to then hang a left in Cochrane, and you head west.
Look at this 2-wall holding back that Smash Squad jammer.
Fantastic.
Effective. Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be lead jammer status going to North Central Roller Derby. Amazing work.
That's Rothwell. Now, Smash Squad has managed to gain, calling it off, and smart to do so. Who was that orange
Sassy
jammer?
Whiplash and Dennis Menace.
Dennis's Menace.
Dennis's Menace.
As in not Dennis the Menace, but the menace of Dennis. belonging to
Menace and Sassy Whiplash doing some amazing blocking with only 2 blockers on the track to allow their jammer to get lead jammer status. Holy cow.
Another timeout, this time for black.
So yes, so back to Cochrane. I lived in Moosonee for about a year, many years ago, about
That means nothing to
a
me.
long time ago. And Cochrane was where the bus stopped, and I got on the train because you can only go to Moosonee by train or by plane. Moosonee is 186 miles north of Cochrane by train.
So Cochrane is the furthest north you can do what now?
You can drive.
There are no roads past that.
Well, there's roads, but they don't connect to, like, this is like the,
Okay, I understand.
like, you go to North Bay. North Bay is about the halfway point between Toronto and Cochrane.
Okay.
And then you go up to Cochrane, and you get on the, if you go in the summertime, it's called the Polar Bear Express that goes from Cochrane to Moosonee, and it's a whole lot quicker. I went in the wintertime. It's called the Little Bear, and it was about a 6-hour train ride to go 186 miles. You cross a line of latitude on that train ride. Fun facts about Northern Ontario. Anyone listening in Cochrane, you know what I'm talking about. And Smash Squad, tight defense at the front of the pack.
Look at that. That's who are those blockers? I roll. Wait, I don't have those.
G-String Theory, that's my favorite name from this fresh. G-String Theory. And I roll heading to the penalty box for the Smash Squad.
G-String Theory.
G-String Theory. What a great name.
I have not announced this Smash Squad yet. I'm still getting used to the names. Oh, and I said I was going to speak French, and I'm not.
And tough as Bales around and
liar.
through. 5-point grand slam on the board as North Central now has drawn to within 7 points of the Smash Squad. We got a game going, Breaker.
Vaseline passes the star to her pivot. If you're not familiar with pivot, a pivot is the backup jammer. It's the only skater on the track that the pivot that the jammer can pass the star to and
So that's
score points.
G-String Theory now jamming for the Smash Squad.
Oh,
Tough as Bales takes a hard tumble in turn number 1 and calls off the jam. Another fun fact, a lot of teams have reversible helmet covers, however some don't, and if the helmet cover is put on inside out by the pivot or by the jammer and they go through the pack, the points do not count.
I didn't know this.
You didn't know this?
No, but what happens if you don't have a reversible, like ours in Peterborough?
If you don't have reversible helmet covers and you put the helmet cover back on your helmet inside out and skate through on a scoring pass, you get 0 points.
But it's the same colors. You wouldn't even know except for the seams.
It's the star. If the star is not visible,
Oh, the star, of course.
if the star is not visible to the jam ref puts up the fist and it's a 0-point pass.
Interesting.
And I've seen it done at the highest level. WIFTA Championships, I saw it done by Gotham, of all teams. Gotham Jammer.
See, when it gets passed to me, I'm so particular that I don't ever want it to be inside out. It's just a compulsion.
Well, and it's a good compulsion to have because, again, it's very important that star has to be visible or the points do not count.
Learning something new all the time. All right.
5 points now, the separation between these two teams.
We're missing a good game. I mean, I'm not watching. I'm trying to figure out who's on. Okay, who's in the box over there? We've got one blocker in the box. It looks like we've got all 4 blockers. The Smash Squad has all 4 blockers. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have
One
3.
just got sent off.
All right.
Number 1990 just got, knock on wood, was told to return to the bench. And again, it's no big deal if you happen to field 4 skaters. It's not going to be a penalty. They'll just tell one of the skaters. The referees will send one back to the bench, usually the closest one.
So most of the time as an announcer, I end up just announcing what the jammers are doing, but I encourage for you folks at home to be watching the feed, like the feed. Of course you're watching the feed. The pack. Watch the pack.
Watch the pack.
Watch the pack. The only reason I'm not announcing what's going on in the pack is because I can't see their numbers. I don't know the players.
And this is an official review called by North Central. And they are in the center of the track, so they are requesting the referees to review something. An official review can also be used as an extra timeout, but generally not used as an extra timeout when you have timeouts on the board. which North Central has 1. Smash Squad still with 2. If North Central is unsuccessful with this official review, then both teams will have lost their review for this game.
They both lose it?
Well, no, Smash Squad called an official review earlier and didn't win, so they lost their official review.
Okay. Now, if you're going to watch us for the rest of the evening, please do, because it's going to get more amazing the longer this feed goes on. But at around 9 o'clock, 8:45 to 9 o'clock, we will be awarding the Heart Award, and that is a memorial award on behalf of Louisa Calamaris, a.k.a. Hack Kerouac, who was a freshie with G-Star, now the Hogtown Roller Derby. And in 2014, sadly, we lost her. And this is an award that goes to a player who demonstrates a lot of heart, determination, is just an all-around wonderful teammate.
Such as Louisa was. I had the pleasure of knowing her. She came to GTA Roller Girls from Australia. She was perpetual fresh meat. She'd been fresh meat for over a year. She came in, she started volunteering, she did fresh meat again. And this is going to be a power jam for the Smash Squad.
That was a big hit. Did you see that?
That was a beautiful hit. So Louisa, yes, she sadly passed away from an acute asthma attack.
Is that what it was?
That was what it was, yeah. An acute asthma attack in 2014. It was a huge loss to the roller derby community. She is forever etched in stone as being the patron saint of fresh meat. She was the person that started the roller derby compendium for freshies worldwide on Facebook.
No,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes.
I'm still part of that, and I've been playing this game for 5 years, 6 years.
She didn't want freshies to feel alone. She felt alone at first, and then she got to the point where she wasn't feeling like she was alone anymore. She wasn't going through the things that there were other people in this world that were feeling the same through that Facebook group that she'd started, the Roller Derby Compendium for Freshies Worldwide. It was a place and a forum where freshies from all over the world could get together and talk about things that they felt and experienced and know that they weren't alone and that it does get better.
I'm going to cry. I had no idea.
So this is the type of person, this is why the Heart Award doesn't go necessarily to the best skater, it goes to the person that doesn't give up, that's always there in your corner, your cheerleader, the happiest person on the team, the person that displays the most amount of heart and is always willing to try and never give up.
How is it I've been doing this for 3 years and I never knew that?
So, yeah. So there you are, folks. There's the lowdown on Louisa Calmaris and the Heart Award, presented now by Hogtown Roller Derby. And it's 66-59. We have a lead change after a 16-0 jam by North Central. North Central now leading by 7 points with just under 3.5 minutes remaining.
I love this game. It's like when you're watching baseball and bases are loaded and the team's down, and then no, they don't have to be loaded. You just have to score 1 million points.
Absolutely. Lead jammer status to North
done.
Central.
And something that we're seeing in this tournament, and I've never seen it before, are the blockers playing O. That's something that we're trying to get used to on our team. And we've been at it for years. And these freshies are playing offense.
Absolutely.
In their fresh year.
This is the way the game's trending.
It's true. Every year there's something different. Like I was saying to Amelia not the other day, just a few feeds ago, that this used to be a really hard-hitting game. Then it became catch and release, as I call it. And now we used to set up 4 walls, and now it's these triangles.
Did you start Derby when it was a 2-whistle start?
I think I barely remember it. I think when I started, the pivot line didn't matter so much anymore. Something about the pivot line. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody started at the pivot line instead of right in front of the jam line.
Yeah.
There was a first whistle that started the pack rolling, and the second whistle started the jammers rolling. It was a tweet. And there was four minor penalties.
I think they just stopped this. I remember minors.
4 minor penalties equal to a major penalty, and they were minute-long penalties.
Yes, I remember minute-long penalties. And it was Wow, the 30-second penalty really changed the game.
It really changed the game, absolutely. A 1 minute power jam was the worst because there was really no coming back from that for some teams. Because you could score like 50, 60 points. A good jammer could score 50, 60 points in a minute.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was a game changer for sure, dropping to 30-second penalties. So for all you out there that are fairly new to the sport that weren't around, go back and look at some Derby from 2012 and before.
Don't. Just don't.
And see how much better the game is. It was a very confusing time for us older skaters.
It was like a Rock'em Sock'em video.
It was something.
I would send people flying. People would send me flying. Now it's so much more civilized.
After all that's said and done, North Central putting 5 points up on the board. However, it's going to be a power start for the Smash Squad.
There are 53 seconds left in this. Wait a second.
Do you know what I know?
What do you know?
I know that North Central won their official review.
How do you know this?
Because it's still on the board.
Your keen eye. This is something that I'm lacking. I can't always understand the notations on the board.
So the dots on the side?
Yep.
That one dot in the bottom corner by itself is your official review
The
dot.
people at home can't see this.
Okay, they can't see that.
No.
That's why we're telling you. So if you're if you're at a game and you're looking at the scoreboard, in a full-time game there will be 3 dots, either to the left or the right of where your score is.
Yes.
Those 3 dots are your timeouts.
Okay.
And then there's the 1 dot below that in a little box by itself, and that's your official review dot.
All right.
So North Central still has theirs, and the Smash Squad does not, as they lost the review earlier.
So if you win your review, you keep the dot?
If you win your review, you keep the dot on there. That means you can review something else. Okay. So they must have won their official review, whatever it was. So regardless, we have 53 seconds remaining on the clock. 81-59 the score right now. 22 points separating these two teams.
Now, no matter how much time is left in the game, it's the jam that determines when the game stops.
So from a coaching perspective,
yes.
If I was the coach of North Central, if we get lead jammer status, that jammer is waiting until that clock goes to 0, the game clock goes to 0, and they're calling off the jam.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if you're Smash Squad,
you run the 2 minutes.
You want to keep going.
Absolutely.
Yep. This is something that the house announcer can't talk about.
Absolutely. This is the fun of the stream. We
Yeah.
can talk about all these fun things. So, and great defense put up by North Central.
I guess. Look at that.
Give their jammer a chance to pick up lead jammer status. The jammer is eligible for lead jammer status coming out of the penalty box. 3 blockers on the track for North Central.
Amperslam really having a tough time. Eye rolls, trying to
and
clear a way for
the pack
her.
is front right now with number 12 going up and making pack.
And the black jammer is on the track. So Terrible Tara.
Tough as... Oh, Terrible Tara, sorry.
It really is it's a race. We got to get whoever gets lead jammer. This is very important, who gets lead jammer right now.
And it's going to go to Smash Squad. Lead jammer status, Smash Squad. As the clock expires, we have 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Can Smash Squad come back?
Yes. The answer is yes, but it would be really, really hard.
Terrible Tara yet to get out of the pack. She's still looking to get... She's getting a signal from her bench to pass the star. However, it's not a freshy thing to do. It's very new.
That's 5 points. Actually, how many... theoretically, it takes how long to skate around the track?
6 seconds. Maybe 8 if, for Freshy crew.
So carry the 1. Can they really, not at that point.
We need some stellar defense now by North Central to maintain their lead. It was 22 points the separation coming into this jam. 5 points on the board, and Terrible Terror now out on her initial pass.
Pony de Rink really trying to keep her behind the pack, or at least behind the front.
And a forearm penalty being assessed to North Central. 2 in the box now for North Central.
8 seconds left in this jam.
And it's not going to be enough. Smash Squad is going to fall. This is first loss of the day for the Smash Squad. North Central is going to carry on and win this game. Oh my goodness, what a finish.
That was exciting.
That was exciting. My first call of the day, and it was a good one. So North Central now moving on, and they are going to take on Our Ladies of Pain.
Our Ladies of Pain, even though it's a different team, Our Ladies of Pain won the whole shebang last year.
That is correct.
If it was the same team, I could talk to it, but
If
I
it
have
was
no
the same
idea.
team, that would be illegal in Fresh.
It's true. What's the criteria for fresh?
In Fresh, you have to have played. You have to have passed your mins
That's
and
minimum
have
skill test.
your minimum skills test and have 12 months or less total time. So if by chance a skater gets injured or with child in that first year of skating and they take time off, so if they passed their minimum skills and had 4 months skating and then they were off skating for like a year and came back, they could only have less than 8 months to qualify for Fresh.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
which was
cumulative.
changed. It used to be they've
I thought
adapted
there was
over the
something
years.
about however many games.
That
too.
was way back in the day
Okay.
when there was 2 whistles and 4 minors and
And 1 minute.
and those things mattered.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off for this one. Our next game is really soon. If you're looking at the schedule, we are entering into the 5:20 game, which is it's game 18. In the bubble, that's 5:20, but it's not 5:20, it's 5:31.
So the next game here is going to be a battle of Quebec.
Another one.
The Outsiders versus Nemesis.
Huh.
And the winner of the Outsiders Nemesis game will go on to play Queen's Court. The losers of that game will be done for the day. And currently on the other track, the Ted Reeve track, Quad City Hot Rods and Combo 2 team are playing or could be close to done. The winner of that game will face the Smash Squad the next game in the Ted Reeve Arena. So if you're a Smash Squad fan, click on to the Ted Reeve feed for the next game, and that will be the Smash Squad taking on the winner of Quad City and Combo 2. And once again, the next game here will be
The Outsiders and Nemesis.
the Outsiders and Nemesis. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'm Jack Salatopoulos.
I'm Breaker Thigh.